Like a lot of other Windows PC makers, Dell has created a notebook computer that morphs from being a standard laptop to being something like a tablet. And I've been testing it. Hi, I'm Walt Mossberg from the Wall Street Journal, and here are 6 quick things you need to know, pro and con, about the Dell XPS 12 laptop. Point number 1. Dell has invented a particularly clever way to do this morphing between laptop and tablet. Instead of having to twist or bend or slide the entire lid of the computer, just the screen itself pivots within a frame around the lid to go between laptop and tablet. Point number 2, however, when it gets to tablet mode, like a lot of the other Windows convertible machines, what you wind up with is a tablet that is much thicker and much heavier and much larger than even the biggest iPad, and something you're really not going to want to use for long periods of time as a tablet, particularly when held in your hands or on your lap. Point number 3, a positive. The screen on this computer is particularly bright. It's particularly vivid, high resolution, and excellent response to touch, which is important in Windows 8. But point number 4, on the downside, all of this makes this machine relatively costly. It costs about $1,200, which is roughly the same as a MacBook Air, except that the MacBook Air has a 13.3-inch screen, whereas the XPS 12 has a 12.5-inch screen. And the MacBook Air is also lighter and thinner. Point number 5, the Dell was able to handle with ease both new style tablet type apps that I threw at it and all of the desktop apps, familiar things like Microsoft Office, Google's Chrome, Apple's iTunes, Adobe Reader. All of these things worked well and quickly on the Dell, but finally, point number 6, on the downside, it really has very poor battery life. In my harsh battery tests, where I turn off all the power saving features and play music until the laptop dies, it got only about 3.5 hours, and that's compared to over 6 hours on the MacBook Air. In normal use, you might get 4 to 5 hours. It's still not terrific. So the Dell XPS 12 is relatively pricey, kind of clever, but in the end, proof that it's hard to do 2 different kinds of digital devices in one. This is Walt Mossberg, and I'll see you next week.